Listen, if you think, I wonder if they need to know, always default to yes. I wonder if they need this information, always default to yes. Does it really matter that I haven't lived in my house 2 years, but I put 2 years on the application? Yes, always default to yes. Be very, very transparent. Don't try to hide anything, because we will always find out. And sometimes it's at the very last minute when you thought you made it all the way through and you think you're going to a closing, and now there's no loan and there's no closing. Here are the top 8 mistakes that first-time homebuyers make when buying a home. Be sure to stay tuned to the end, because I'm adding a big bonus one, and toward the end is the #1 mistake that people make. Believe me, you don't want to fall in this category. Not only do you want to close, but you want a smooth closing and you want an on-time closing, and avoiding these mistakes are going to help you get there. My name is Stephanie, and I've been helping people with their financing for over 18 years. The Weeks team would love to help you with your financing. If you're in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, or Florida, we can serve you. And in any of the other states, we can't help you specifically, but sharing these videos and this information, I'm hoping definitely helps. My big mission is to change the world one loan at a time, and I hope I'm doing that one video at a time. If you haven't already liked the video, please do. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And never forget to share these videos with friends and family that you might think can benefit from the information. All right, so let's dive in. The top 8 mistakes. The first thing is focusing on the rate. Look, the rate doesn't matter if the loan never closes. There's always going to be someone who's quoting a lower rate. But what goes along with that rate? Are you asking the right questions? Are you providing the right information? Here's a quick little tidbit. Most of the rates posted are based on 30% down, a purchase not a refinance, buying a point, a 740 or better credit score. The average credit score tends to fluctuate between 680 and 700. Less than 5% of people tend to meet the criteria of those posted rates. So don't get focused on rate, because there could always be someone who's offering you this rate that is too good to be true, and it is likely too good to be true. Remember, the rate doesn't matter if you never get to a closing. All right, the next mistake is not communicating. Please communicate everything with your lender. It is literally like playing a sports game, all right? When we're communicating back and forth, we're passing the ball, we're winning the game. But when you take yourself out of that quick and accurate communication, it's like now we're all sitting on the sidelines and the other team continues to play. So we're not going to win that way. So make sure you communicate clearly and accurately. The next thing is not being transparent. Listen, if you think, I wonder if they need to know, always default to yes. I wonder if they need this information, always default to yes. Does it really matter that I haven't lived in my house 2 years, but I put 2 years on the application? Yes, always default to yes. Be very, very transparent. Don't try to hide anything, because we will always find out. And sometimes it's at the very last minute when you thought you made it all the way through and you think you're going to a closing, and now there's no loan and there's no closing. So make sure that you are totally transparent, because that does make a ton of difference. The next thing is, and this is going to sound a little weird, but not answering unknown phone numbers. When you're buying a house, you're dealing with a lot of people. You obviously know the phone number of your lender, and you obviously know the phone number of your realtor, but your processor who's processing that loan from the lender's office, you probably don't have their number saved, right? Also, there's going to be a title company involved. You're probably not going to recognize that phone number. There's going to be an insurance company involved. Are you seeing a pattern here? You're not going to recognize those phone numbers. So when you're in the process of financing a house, answer every single phone call. I'm sorry in advance that multiple times it might be those super aggravating spammers, but hey, be nice to them. They're just trying to do a job too. And that way you make sure you're not missing the very, very important phone calls when they're coming in from those unknown numbers. The next mistake that people make is not sending their documents in fast. When your lender asks for something, again, remember we're playing that sports game. And the second that we say, hey, we've thrown the ball to you and we're sitting on the sidelines. We're waiting on you to throw that ball back. So get the documentation in fast, fast. You do not want to hold up your closing. The next big mistake is not sending in all the documentation. So if your bank statement says 4 pages, 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, 4 of 4, and let's say that page 4 is blank and it says intentionally left blank. I actually have built a home buyer education course that you can purchase. I'll drop a link below. I've really spent a lot of time, energy, and dedication into this course, and I really feel like it is fantastic. It is everything that can help you not only get approved, but have a smooth and on-time closing, and literally guide you step by step, even how to submit your documents in a great format to secure a great, tight, good loan approval. It's fine. We still need page 4. We need every page it says that is in existence. Why is that? Because you could have page 1, 2, and 3 that shows you have $1 million in the bank, but page 4 shows that you have $980,000 of it securing a loan that you have. Right, we need all of those pages. So that's another big mistake that people make. Another big mistake is not signing their documents super quick. When the lender sends you something to sign, again, just envision the ball has been thrown and we are on the sidelines. We've got to get that ball back. So sign those documents quick to keep your transaction moving forward. Because remember, it's not just getting to a closing, it's getting to a smooth closing. It's not just getting to a closing, it's getting to an on-time closing. These things are all important. All right, here's your number 8, but not the number 1. Your number 8 is spending the money that we have verified for your closing. Now, I don't mean stop your life. I don't mean stop getting groceries for your household, right? But we've literally had people where we verified $10,000 and that is the approval. Even though they needed $5,000 to go to closing, that $10,000 showed reserves, and that might have helped this loan get approved and overcome some negatives on the file. And now that we have $5,000 instead of $10,000 because they went out and bought something, washer, dryer, refrigerator, bedroom set, those things typically come to mind. Now that $5,000 instead of $10,000, you might not have a home to put those appliances or that furniture in. So you've got to be thinking about these things because they're not things that we would all commonly think about when we're not living our lives purchasing real estate. And now you're ready for your number 1. This is the number 1 you've all been waiting for. It is the ultimate call that every lender and every realtor just never wants to get. Hey, did you check out the new car that I just bought? Look how pretty it is. Look how fancy it is. Maybe not necessarily a car, but this is the joke that I say. If you buy a car while you're in the middle of purchasing a home, be sure you still qualify or you might be living in that vehicle. Sounds dramatic, but it's actually very true. It's not always cars, but sometimes it is those refrigerators that you financed, or it is the furniture that you financed. And sometimes, guess what? Your budget is still fine, but you cause delays. Because when you go to these furniture stores and you go to buy something, it might print and say, yes, you're approved for $8,000. And yes, you spent $4,000, but guess what it doesn't show? What's your monthly payment gonna be? Guess when that comes? In the mail, in like a month. That can completely ruin and blow up your closing date. So that big number 1 is getting new debt. Please don't get new debt. Wait till after you've closed and then go spend all the money you would like to. Not really, don't really do that, but you get the point. So these are the top 8, or actually I gave you 9, mistakes that people make when they are purchasing a home. Be sure not to fall in any of these categories. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the content and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. If you're enjoying the content, please be sure to like. It means so much and it helps the algorithm know that people are enjoying this and to share it with others. My mission is to bring mortgage peace to the world and change the world one loan at a time. Help me and be part of that mission. Please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also, it's also a great idea to share it with your friends and family who you think might benefit. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email if I can help you in one of the states that I'm licensed in.